Newcastle Luton was a good game.
Yes.
I saw the highlights. I didn't watch the game. I saw the highlights. It was very good. Newcastle have stepped on a black cat, which they need to apologize. They can't have these too many injuries. They need to figure out why.
Yeah, yesterday was Anthony Gordon now.
Yes. It's like midweek was the Ethiopian boy. Isak.
Yeah.
Jana, it's like one Gordon comes in, one goes back. One comes in, it's odd.
Yeah. I think if you are going to build up from what Luton did to Brighton over the midweek, 4-0, and then come into this performance, they were leading 4-2, but they got a point, which was important because they still got ahead of Everton. I think we are getting into the realization that maybe Luton is a Premier League club and they will remain in the league.
I am this close to adopting them.
And ditching Burnley?
No, Burnley it's Burnley. We say shida ya Burnley ni hata jana tulidraw.
Yeah.
Lakini your draw is ID. It's a useless draw. It doesn't help you in any way. It's just a mad draw. So
yeah, because the rest also pick points.
No, it doesn't matter. It's a draw. It said you have 12 points. Okay, 13 now. It doesn't help anyone.
Yeah. So Luton, where they are right now in the kind of fight they are giving every game.
15 goals scored in the last 6 games.
Yes.
The highest. They are joined with Liverpool and City.
And I maintain, for me, I thought for those bottom 3 teams, they were the ones who at least have a kidogo fight in them to survive.
I didn't give them a chance. I didn't give them
a chance. And now it is understandable because Everton, they have the penalty, the 10-point penalty, because they would be somewhere mid-table.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Nottingham Forest are going to get points deducted. So that gives them a very good chance of remaining in the league. And it's credible because they have shown it. It's not as if they are relying on points.
No, they have a very interesting way of playing. Their system is very simple. They play the kind of football I like. Don't complicate this thing.
Whip crosses.
Please put the ball out wide and put the cross in the box. Adebayo, please run in there and find your header.
And
someone. And that's it. Don't try. This inverted fullbacks for who?
They're playing to their strengths.
I love that about them.
Yeah.
I like them. They are a good side. And Newcastle are just going through a tough time.
Yeah.
Though they were very good versus Villa.
Yeah, they were good against Villa.
Yes.
But in this performance, yes, you might look at it both ways because they came back from being 4-2 down and they drew 4-4.
Yes, at least the spirit is there.
Yeah, the spirit is there. Kieran Trippier has already gotten over whatever was affecting him over December.
Yes.
But I think
they moved to Bayern Munich.
Yeah, to Bayern Munich. I think this game was important for them to kind of climb back to where we think they are going to be. But I think it's fine now. They are not qualifying for the Champions League.
No, they are not getting the Champions. The Champions League is going to be Liverpool, City, Arsenal, and then maybe Villa. And Spurs, Villa and Spurs, because the gap. It's just logic. The gap between Spurs in 5th and West Ham in 6th is 8 points.
Yeah,
8 points with 15 games to go. You've started to know.
So they maintain Eddie Howe
after the summer.
They might. They might.
Why?
Just because there are mitigating factors to why their season is as bad as it is.
Injuries?
Yeah.
Injuries.
Think about it. Anthony Gordon scores limps off in a protection protection boot or whatever it's called. Isaac scores out injured. So it's like they are walking gear minatoka. Joelinton, my man, injured. Like he might get away with it. Keyword is might. Keyword is might. Also because I'm not sure how many top level managers you're looking at and saying they're here, especially with Mourinho being linked with United, which is what everyone was thinking is the one.
That was
interesting one. And I kid you not, that logic is not far-fetched. I promise you, it's not. Anyway, the reason I've left the table open is because of course there are the other games yesterday. Everton got a valuable point, but they're in the relegation zone.
Good.
They're now winless in 5. Burnley, forget about them, they're relegated. Sheffield, forget about them, they're relegated. But I wanted to come here because of one thing. When they changed the coach at Sheffield, Sammy told me how this would be a change. And I told him, Sammy, that squad is not good enough.
Yeah.
It's just not good enough.
And they've conceded a lot.
Yesterday, they booed their team off at halftime. They have conceded 59 goals. They have scored 19. So they have the worst attack and they have the worst defense.
Yeah. And there
Chris Wilder and his overlapping centre backs is not going to save this team. They just sacked that guy because they needed to play to the gallery.
Play to the gallery.
Yeah, to the fans, to make the fans feel like we are thinking about something. Yeah.
Okay, this was the worst performance that Chris Wilder has had ever since he
They've
came
lost
on.
4 of the last 5.
Yeah, they have. Okay, maybe it's because I look at it differently and say they look a bit more organized. Maybe it's just some fine details that lack.
They conceded 59 goals.
Yeah, they have. They have, and Wilder has not been there for
No.
the entire period that they conceded all that.
Let's check the last 5. They conceded 5 versus Villa.
Yes.
They conceded 3 versus Palace. They drew with West Ham 2-2. They conceded, of course, to City. City, we can allow them. And Luton beat them 3-2. Nothing
You're
will
in
change there.
relegation too. Yeah, there's nothing. Nothing we can
And
do
the reason I have
to
opened
change
that
it.
is because guess
Yeah.
who is 17th, Chep? Another team that made a big change. They are 17th. When they made the change, what position were they?
Yeah, they were a bit higher.
Yeah,
They were a bit higher. That's Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Of course, it doesn't help that his guys are going deep in their tournaments. Like Ivory Coast is carrying like a huge chunk of Nottingham Forest players.
Sangare.
Yeah, Sangare, Sajorie, Boli is there.
Sajori is not leaving to Galatasaray.
Oh yeah. He
actually
left.
on.
Yeah,
He's
he left in
leaving.
the deadline day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's leaving.
So
Oh, you there. Hapo tu. I told you this thing over. No, they must change the coach. There we go. Wako tu hapo. In fact, the team that kept faith with their coach, iko tu sawa. Mr. Luton, wako tu sawa.
I thought you were saying Burnley.
Actually,
No.
it might
Burnley, I
help
told you, it's not a case of keeping faith. It's a case of they will not change. 2 things will happen. And I told you this, and I keep repeating. Burnley will not sack Company. Company will not change. Those 2 things are staying like that. And Burnley will get relegated by end of March. Those 3 factors are staying as is. Yes, because our coach, Ali signed another 21-year-old. Suliona, some French boy under 21.
Yes.
Yeah, we are building the team for poor man's Chelsea.
For the future.
We are hoping we sign now. We hope
Potential.
Odobea will be great in next season. Championship will win again with 100 points. Then we come back. Even if we plan it.
Yeah, I was just looking at the gap. Yeah, it's 6 points with you and Everton.
It's done.
Yeah, though we are sure Nottingham Forest will get some penalty there.
It's done. There is no way Burnley is surviving unless Everton and Nottingham are deducted another
Again.
10 points each.
Yeah, and
Then
I don't think
there
for
is
Everton
hope.
it will happen.